You really want a cameo, innit? Come on, my G, don't fall. 6 months is all it takes to change your life. In this one, I really want to get a bit intimate and share my own personal journey with every single one of you, so that at least you guys can understand where I'm coming from, where I'm at right now, and also where I'm looking to go. So for those that don't know me yet, I go by a few names, you know, Samuel, Okikibeats, or OB Property. It just depends how you know me. Initially, I was in the music industry full-time for 5 to 7 years, quite a long time, as a music producer and also sound engineer. I still am. You know, everyone wants to be a rapper, a music producer, a footballer, anything like that. And I was one of the lucky ones. I was actually able to make an income through it. And to be honest, I saw a big success. I was making cash every single month, connecting dots. And to be honest, when you guys start following the music journey, you'll start to see some of the artists I produce for. Some of the biggest in the world. But majority of creatives can resonate when I say this. The creative industry is very, very fun, especially when, you know, you're able to monetize it. But at the same time, it's a very hard industry to monetize. So you're going to go through very, very, very rough patches. And for those that know me, especially for a long period of time, you've been following my journey, you guys already know I'm a very ambitious guy, have big dreams, and I'm gonna do every single thing in my power in order to hit those targets. So even when I'm struggling, I am going to figure out a way to get it. So last year in June, when I started taking property a bit more serious, I actually hit my first 10K month ever. This was a major milestone for me, and of course, it was something that I was very, very proud of. And also in saying that, it was something that, again, I wanted to keep on recreating for myself. But because I hadn't made the committed decision to stick to what was working, the next couple months started to become very rough. So in July, I'm not really a lavish spender anyways. I'm quite minimalistic in nature, despite, of course, what you guys are seeing on Instagram and stuff like right now. But it got to a point where, you know, I still had quite a decent amount of finance. But as you know, as creatives, listen, clients sometimes take forever to pay. Meaning a cash flow issue here. So bills are coming, I need to pay bills. My clients aren't paying me in the music industry. And I've just made a bit of cash in which I've spent a bit because I just purchased courses, further mentorship and things like that. So I had to use some of my savings to, of course, pay off the bills. And it got to August, right? In August, again, I wasn't fully committed in property yet. My clients still, for some reason, were not paying me, right? So I had already covered the July. It got to August. Now it's at a point where my cash is starting to diminish very, very quickly. Now September comes. September is my birthday month. For the first time, I wanted to make sure that, you know, it was my birthday, I was gonna treat myself and things like that. So I'd already started making preparations towards that, right? Setting aside budgets and things like that. And at the same time, I was still chasing these clients to pay me. But it got towards the end of September, my birthday came, and still, these clients didn't pay me. Now, just a quick disclaimer, till this day, these clients still have not paid me. So yeah, this is something that a lot of creatives can resonate with. You know, you start off as a passion, you build a business from your passion, and of course you start monetizing it. For some reason, you know, you have clients that just don't pay sometimes, right? So I had to make a very quick decision unless things were gonna change drastically. It got to around October, November times, and of course my birthday had passed. Other things had happened, you know, family emergencies and things like that. So it's getting to a point where I'm starting to become flat out broke. Now again, for those that know me, I've always been a hustler from young. From the ages of 14, 15, I figured out a way. For the first time in my life, I was so broke that there were some days I couldn't even eat. It was crazy. It was crazy. Until this day, I think I've only spoken to 3 to 5 people about this same exact story. Majority of people don't know, so this is like gonna be a newsflash when people watch this video. It's crazy. In saying that, I remember I was going to visit a property with one of my mentors, the same mentor that introduced me to social housing, right? We were in the car, right? We were just driving to the property and things like that. I was just like, listen, bro, like, it's starting to get tough, man. And again, I'm the mindset guy. I'm the person that always motivates people, always make sure that people are good, things like that. It was starting to take a toll, as you can imagine. So I was like, so bro, like, listen, what would you do in my situation? It's getting to the point where people are owing me a couple thousand here. what am I supposed to do? He said something to me that literally just, it opened my eyes. He was like, you know what, bro? These things, they happen in life, you know? So you have to make decisions to basically act and change it. Because, yeah, man, even right now, someone owes me, I'm not even gonna mention how much someone had owed them, but it put things into perspective. It made me realize that, look, if you're going through something, always remember that someone's going through something 10,000 times worse, and they're still figuring out a way to make it happen. So what I decided to do was make it happen. And I'm gonna walk you through how. Around that October, November, March, I just decided that, you know what, the music industry is amazing, but I need to figure out a way to pivot, at least for a period of time, to get myself back on my feet and then come back with a blast. I went back to the thing that actually got me that first 10K month in the first place. I said, listen, it's worked for me in the past. I'm pretty sure that if I commit to this thing and I pour my heart and soul into this industry, it will make a change for me. So I put a quick pause on my dreams to become a super producer within the music industry, and I doubled down on property. Now, it got to December. This was a month where I started taking way less sessions and putting myself in an office environment a bit more. This allowed me to kind of detach from my usual lifestyle, apply a bit more of a routine, even though, for example, I still had a routine in the music industry. It was a slight adjustment, to be honest, working the daytime rather than the nighttime. And I started to make a plan. This plan was going to be very, very simple. I was going to double down on this industry, create a brand for myself, and as I create a brand, people will start to understand how there is one individual that is able to do property, business at a high level, and also kill it in the entertainment industry. And lo and behold, this is what I'm showing you guys every single day. Now, this is not a bragging point or anything like that, because we're about to go to the great bit or whatever, but it's more so, again, a video and a message of encouragement, especially to those that think this isn't possible, that it's not possible to change your life, to change your circumstances, and to change your finances. Because trust me, I'm a living, breathing example of the fact that it simply is. So in making that committed decision, it then got to the new year, which is this year. And then in January, I literally said to one of my first ever sales reps that, listen, now that I'm in this industry, I know what worked for me before. I'm just literally gonna repeat the same thing, double down, 10x the hours, and lo and behold, at the end of the month, I made 10K. It taught me that, again, it was possible because I had done it once, I had done it twice. All I needed to do it was a third time to prove the concept and to double down and keep on scaling. So January came by, made 10K. February came by, made 10K again. And to be honest, it got to a point, right, where I was actually so pissed off in February and made that 10K again, because I like to gamify things, right? There's something called gamification, where you basically take the traits of a game and apply it into your own life so that you can keep on leveling up and, you know, hitting these targets as if it was a video game. So it got to a point where I was just like, cool, if I'm still hitting the same level, I have to change. If not, I'm just going to stay here. So I kept on changing, kept on pivoting, kept on seeking examples and things like that. And 10K is a bad month. Nah. Outside of that, it is not, and again, you guys know me, or at least the people that know me anyways. They know that I'm like, Brandon, again, you know me, I'm a humble guy, right? Mad quiet, mad humble, etc. But I'm a very big believer of, you know, helping people out and also showing that it's very, very possible, because that's just within my nature, right? So I thought, you know what, let me actually start this content. Let me start sharing my story and also sharing how to actually help you guys actually get there as well. So my aim going forward is not only having the great results for myself, but also helping others achieve it. I've helped, you know, a few people hit the same thing very, very quickly in terms of making 10K per month. And that's just a fact. Now, my aim is to help as many people as possible. By the end of the year, I want it to get to a point where I've helped hundreds of people make at least an extra 5K per month, and a couple people make that 10K plus per month as well. Because listen, the money's out there. It's just literally finding the opportunity, grabbing it, and maximizing it, really. So what I plan on doing is, again, creating as much content for you guys, sharing the journey with you guys, and inviting guests on here as well, so that they can share their story, they can tell you that it's also possible, and we can all enjoy the benefits of that value together, right? So that's the brief summary of how your life can change, or how at least my life can change in 6 months. I'm gonna also document how you guys' life can actually change from 3 to 6 months, because I've done it, I've helped people do it, and I wanna help you do it as well. But before I actually do that for you guys, please comment down below one thing you heard within this video that actually either shocked, surprised you, or is gonna motivate you to make a committed decision today, right? Also leave a like for me and make sure to share with a friend that needs to hear this sense of motivation, because at the end of the day, we all need to hear that it's possible, right? I'm here to share that journey with you. And yeah, man, make sure to subscribe as well. It's going to be a fun journey together. See you guys in the next one. Peace.